History of Switzerland is long and complex, dating back to the Stone Age. The area was first inhabited by hunter-gatherers, followed by Celtic tribes in the first millennium BC. The Romans conquered the region in the 1st century AD and ruled it for over 400 years. After the fall of the Roman Empire, Switzerland was divided into several small kingdoms and duchies. In the 13th century, the Old Swiss Confederacy was formed by a loose alliance of cantons in the central and eastern parts of the country. The confederacy grew in size and power over the next few centuries, and by the 16th century it was a major force in European politics. The Protestant Reformation had a major impact on Switzerland in the 16th century. The majority of the cantons adopted the Protestant faith, while a few remained Catholic. This religious divide led to a number of wars between the cantons, but the confederacy eventually remained united. Switzerland remained neutral during the Napoleonic Wars in the early 19th century. However, it was invaded by France in 1798 and forced to adopt a new constitution that abolished the confederacy. The Swiss people revolted against French rule in 1802, and the old constitution was restored in 1815. Switzerland has remained neutral in all major wars since 1815. It has also played a leading role in international diplomacy, and is home to many important international organizations, such as the Red Cross and the World Trade Organization. The modern Swiss Confederation was founded in 1848, with the adoption of a new constitution that established a federal system of government. The constitution has been amended several times since then, but it has remained the basis of Swiss democracy. Switzerland is a prosperous and peaceful country with a high standard of living. It is a popular tourist destination, known for its beautiful scenery, its alpine mountains, and its many lakes. Some of the key events in the history of Switzerland. 1st century BC. Switzerland becomes part of the Roman Empire. 5th century. The Roman Empire collapses and Switzerland is divided into several small kingdoms and duchies. 13th century. The Old Swiss Confederacy is formed. 16th century. The Protestant Reformation divides Switzerland into Protestant and Catholic cantons. 1798. Switzerland is invaded by France and forced to adopt a new constitution. 1815. Switzerland regains its independence and the old constitution is restored. 1848. The modern Swiss Confederation is founded. 1900. Switzerland remains neutral in the First World War. 1945. Switzerland remains neutral in the Second World War. 1981. Switzerland joins the United Nations. 2002. Switzerland adopts the euro as its currency. Switzerland is geographically divided among the Swiss Plateau, the Alps and the Jura. The Alps occupy the greater part of the territory, whereas most of the country's population of 8.7 million are concentrated on the plateau, which hosts the largest cities and economic centers, including Zurich, Geneva and Basel. Switzerland originates from the Old Swiss Confederacy established in the late Middle Ages, following a series of military successes against Austria and Burgundy. The Federal Charter of 1291 is considered the country's founding document. Swiss independence from the Holy Roman Empire was formally recognized in the Peace of Westphalia in 1648. Switzerland has maintained a policy of armed neutrality since the 16th century and has not fought an international war since 1815. It joined the United Nations only in 2002, but pursues an active foreign policy that includes frequent involvement in peace-building processes worldwide. Switzerland is the birthplace of the Red Cross, one of the world's oldest and well-known humanitarian organizations, and hosts the headquarters or offices of most major international institutions, including the WTO, the WHO, the ILO, FIFA, and the United Nations. It is a founding member of the European Free Trade Association, EFTA, but not part of the European Union, EU, the European Economic Area, or the Eurozone. However, it participates in the European Single Market and the Schengen area through bilateral treaties. Switzerland is a federal republic composed of 26 cantons, with federal authorities based in Bern. It has 4 main linguistic and cultural regions: German, French, Italian and Romansh. Although most Swiss are German-speaking, national identity is fairly cohesive, being rooted in a common historical background, shared values such as federalism and direct democracy, and Alpine symbolism. Swiss identity transcends language, ethnicity, and religion, leading to Switzerland being described as a Willensnation, nation of volition, rather than a nation-state. 18. Due to its linguistic diversity, Switzerland is known by multiple native names: Schweiz, Vats, F, German, G, Suisse, Cis, E, I, French, Svizzera, Svizzera, Italian, and Svizzera, Vitsar, Vits, H, Romansh. On coins and stamps, the Latin name, Confederatio Helvetica, frequently shortened to Helvetia, is used instead of the spoken languages. Switzerland is one of the world's most developed countries. It has the highest nominal wealth per adult, 19, and the 8th highest gross domestic product, GDP, per capita. Switzerland ranks first in the Human Development Index since 2021 and performs highly also on several international metrics, including economic competitiveness and democratic governance. Cities such as Zurich, Geneva and Basel rank among the highest in terms of quality of life, albeit with some of the highest costs of living. Switzerland is a unique country with a long and fascinating history. It is a land of peace and prosperity, and it is a popular destination for tourists from all over the world.